Hi, if you're new here, my name's Erin. I vlog while I run. I'm currently training for my first marathon, and today is my longest run yet, 8 miles. Help. It's 30 degrees, foggy, but you know what? Last week's run was cold, pouring down rain, miserable, so I can deal with a little cold today. Unfortunately, when I put this route together, there is no avoiding literally running up mountains. Unless I want to run past the guinea hens twice, and I'm not going to do that because I'm terrified of them. We're going to do once. I have to pee one more time. Before we head out, you know what time it is. Running outfit of the day. I do not feel like doing this. I do not feel ready. We're also leaving for Puerto Rico at we have to leave here at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we have so much to get ready and pack, and I'm stressed. I'm just gonna get this over with. I can't stop peeing. I just peed and I have to pee again because I drank a huge thing of coffee to get me through this run. First hill, first uphill. Not too bad. Whew. I mean, it was a long, steep hill. Well, that was promising. I don't know whether to attribute that to the slightly better weather today, maybe a little extra coffee, or if that was actual progress, that I made it up that hill at a good clip, at a good pace, and I still have energy. I still have like snot in my throat, but last week in that rainstorm, I barely made it up that hill running. Whew. Now, let's have a little reality check here. I'm only about 1.25 miles in, maybe not even. So we still have 7 more to go. Last week's long run was 7. I made it, but if you saw that video, you know that was a struggle. Look at this butte. What a nice downhill. Is it confusing that I talk in different, what's that called? Accents sometimes to entertain myself? Like, does anyone else do that? One of my running videos on TikTok that went viral, I think that's considered viral, over 1 million views. I was like, what a beaut. And everyone was like, oh, are you from Minnesota? I also like to talk like a New Yorker sometimes, like, good morning. Make sure to drink that coffee. Am I alone on that, or do you guys do that? Please just tell me you do. I don't know if you guys can see that red-tailed hawk. Huge up in that tree. You know what's crazy? I know I mentioned this before, but a long time ago, like 6 years ago, I ran a half marathon. Then I just never really ran again until this past August. But I was just thinking how much progress I still have to make in this marathon training before November, because this is my longest run. I'm at 8 miles. But what's crazy is when I was training for that half, I didn't have a coach because I was like, I can't afford it, and they're just gonna tell me how long to run and I can figure the rest out myself. Well, the longest run that you do before a half is 10 miles. I'm at 8 miles right now. Like, this run is gonna be 8 miles. So I'm almost at that long run point of a half marathon training. Believe me, I was not running hills back then. We lived in a totally different place. Like I said, I didn't have a coach. And to run those 10 miles, whew, even 8 miles, even 5. I remember running 5 miles, basically flat trails, was so hard. So I'm just having this epiphany now, like, I'm in way better shape than when I did that. because that's part of what discouraged me from training for a marathon, is it was so hard for me to run a half, to even train for a half. How am I gonna expect myself to be able to run a marathon? My coach Alicia definitely made a huge difference so far. She actually might even run the marathon with me and help me film. Oh, here's the guinea hens. Gotta assert myself around the guinea hens. They're so loud. Around this point, I start mentally preparing for the next long uphill. And I do that by basically telling myself, your legs are gonna burn. It's gonna be hard to breathe. Your legs are gonna continue to burn when you're at the top. But just keep moving and just keep running. And then before you know it, you're back in this mode. And at this point in my training, I don't know why, but it's actually harder for me to stop running and walk. It's like my legs feel weird. I can't really explain it. It's like my body's like, no, it's easier to just keep running. I don't know, is that normal? This is new territory for me. So I'm so glad I'm posting these on YouTube, because I noticed there's some actual runners that are starting to comment, which I appreciate so much, because I need all the advice and points of views that I can get. Dude, I am crushing this hill. Oh my God. Dude, look how fast I'm running. Oh my God. We crushed it. We crushed it, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I never ran that fast up that hill or any hill. Oh my God. I'm literally in disbelief. I still feel pukey though. It's crazy how much colder it is up here at the top of the hill I just ran up. Like at the bottom, everything was wet. Here, there's frost. If that's not proof that I just ran up some legit altitude, then I don't know what is. Entering the tree tunnel. Make sure I get you guys some good vibes. Put them through the screen. Oh, here's some. Oh, here's more. There you go. Feel that? Frick yeah, the tree tunnel. 1, 2, 3. Frick yeah. I am so proud of that progress of running up that hill that fast and how good I felt the whole time until I get to the top, which I feel a little pukey and then it goes away after a second. I feel super proud, but I'm like, at the same time, what changed from last week to this week besides the weather? I mean, I barely made it up any of these hills. Don't get me wrong. I know I will be humbled by the next hill because it's even steeper than that one. I think it's like a 16% grade, because when I was mapping this route, I saw that you can map the elevation, or the elevation too. Altitude, whatever that's called. Steepness. And at the next hill, maybe it was the last one, I don't know, but it's a 16% grade, which I think is pretty steep for running on a road. I know a lot of trails, like trail runs where you run up mountains, those are really steep, like you can barely run up them. You know why else I'm pretty surprised at how good I feel and on this run so far? I mean, we're like 5 miles in. Or no, we're 6 miles in. So I only have a couple more left. Now, those 2 miles are really steep hills, so it's gonna be rough, but I'm surprised I feel this good because last night we went out and I did not eat well. I've been eating super healthy lately and not drinking alcohol, but last night I was so hungry. By the time we went out, I had a huge cheeseburger, fries, and a beer. And I'll be honest, when I woke up this morning, I did not feel that great because of all that, like, It felt good when I was eating it, of course, but I was really worried that that would affect my run. Like, I know I joked in my Instagram post, oh, I'm having my beer, carb loading. But that's also alcohol, which isn't good for your sleep or for your energy levels. As much as I love it, it's just not good. So I was nervous about this run, you know, and for us women, we have hormones that fluctuate all month long, depending on where you're at in your cycle. And I don't know about you guys, but that definitely affects my energy level. Like, not necessarily when I have my period, that too, but there's other points too where it's like, it would feel like out of nowhere unless you track it, like I track mine. And I definitely have really low energy points. Now that I think of it, last week was probably one of them. Does anyone else get like that? This is me being humbled. Whew. Still made it faster than last week. And just like that, we're back on flat ground. One step in front of the other. Breathing, regulating. Still consider that progress. I could barely lift my legs up that hill last week. Killed this one, this little one. It's a steep one, but a short one. I killed it, almost at the top. That's where we would turn to go home. Sadly, we still have almost 2 more miles. I still feel good. I still feel like I can do it. We got this really steep downhill here, and we're gonna have just as steep uphill after this. I think it's this downhill is so steep it's almost hard to run because you really having to use your quads to stop yourself so you don't blow your knees out, I guess. These next 2 miles that we're running through has never been seen before on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoy this with me. It's kind of cool. Someone on TikTok commented on one of my last run video, Bob Ross of running. That was probably my favorite comment on a TikTok ever. I freaking love that because I hope they said that because these are like calming and motivating, like Bob Ross. He's so, I don't know, I just hope these run videos give good vibes like Bob Ross does, you know? This uphill just keeps going. Like when you think you're done, you go around a bend and there's more uphill around the bend. Dude, it's still going. So we're just over 8 miles actually. I was gonna stop running back there. I'm just gonna run. We have actually like 2 miles from our house. I can tell I'm dehydrated. My head is starting to hurt a bit. That's the only thing holding me back right now, I feel like, is all the cute animals. So we ran a total of 9.5 miles. Holy crap. Make sure to like this video because it really supports my ego. Your comments are my accountability. Be sure to subscribe to struggle along with me on this marathon training and life because let's be honest, life is one big struggle, so let's do it together. We're gonna do it together. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.